Hi, I'm Aubrey Heckey, the Managing Director at Aquinas Writing Advantage with Homeschool Connections. We are here today with the Senior Director of the Writing Program, Erin Brown. Welcome, Erin.
Hi, Aubrey. It's great to be here.
So, tell us about yourself and what brought you here to Homeschool Connections.
Yeah, this is kind of fun because we're in flipped roles, right? If you've watched any of the other recordings, you'll see that I do the interviewing. But today, Aubrey, thank you for interviewing me so I could tell a little bit about the story of how we got here. I have been a teacher for as of 2024, 50 years. And yes, that long. And I've taught at colleges, universities. I've been a curriculum developer of writing programs and for many, many years, and in charge of curriculum for, again, pretty well-known programs. And I, first of all, was homeschooling my own children. I homeschooled 10 of my kids. This was back in the day when homeschooling was against the law in Michigan, where I live. And so we used to homeschool with the drapes closed and not go out during the day and all those stories. It's true. This really happened. Now we enjoy such a wonderful, open environment for homeschooling, which is great. But back then, I really had a passion as trained as a teacher to train my kids, teach my kids, get my kids really skilled, especially in writing, because that was my passion and specialty. And to make a long story short, I reached out to Maureen Whitman, found out that she lived just minutes from me. And we got to talking, and I said, would you like a writing course? Or better yet, how about an entire writing program? And so that began, that was almost 13 years ago, as of the date of this recording. That began a long process and wonderful process of creating an entire program based again on what I've done in teaching and doing curriculum for online programs and colleges and universities for homeschooling families. This is Aquinas Writing Advantage is just my heart. It's what I know to be the best for students to become great writers. Again, I homeschooled 10 of my kids, and it's funny, they didn't want to take my classes. They always, I had them watch the classes here, and they all learned to write well. But it's just been a passion project of mine to be able to share my expertise and experience as a writer, as a curriculum developer, as a teacher, and to grow this into something that allows homeschool students to be articulate, to be confident and comfortable with writing, and be able to write well and be prepared, wholly prepared for college writing. That was my goal in creating this program.
Yes, and you are also a published author. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes. As of the recording today, have 18 books published. Some of those, they're in all genres, and some of those are workbooks and books that you'll find here that we use at Homeschool Connections as well, on how to learn how to write, as well as I speak to authors in fiction. My terminal degree, my MFA, is in creative writing and genre fiction. And so I present to authors all the time, member of many groups like Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators, and the Science Fiction Association, Writers Association, and romance writers. And so I present how to write, the skills of writing, to professional writers as well, and work with international companies that you know the names of, which I think for privacy reasons, I don't know if I'm allowed to say, but there are major pharmaceutical companies and companies, clothing companies, brands that you're very familiar with. I write for them as well.
Yes. So you are taking your experience as a homeschool mom and your experience with writing and your experience as a published author, and you have put it into Aquinas Writing Advantage and turned it into the program that it is today.
Exactly. And I want to underscore that what is here is different from what is out there, because it encompasses all of the last 50 years of my writing, not just academic writing. We have I think the largest faith-based fiction writing program, online fiction writing program out there today, which includes just the foundations of fiction writing and advanced fiction writing and screenwriting and poetry and all of the amazing creative writing endeavors that our kids can do as well. Business writing, preparing for college, college essay writing, punctuation and grammar. There's comedy writing, so much here. It has just blossomed into more than I could imagine. And I'm thrilled to be able to give all of these options to homeschool families that actually weren't there when I was homeschooling. And now my adult children will say to me, oh my gosh, this is so wonderful. I'm so glad that you did this or gave this to me. And that's what's here. So it's really nice to have that feedback from my adult kids to say, yes, this matters. And yes, it changes your ability to communicate well, both in writing and interpersonally as well.
Yes. So it is a time-tested program, and it is also an award-winning program. Can you speak into that?
That's really fun. Just this 2023, this year that this is being recorded, we were for the first time entered in the iLearn Awards. We had not been entered. It is a parent-led, what's the word I'm looking for, where the parents are the ones who put the curriculum out there as
Parent
able
nominated.
Nominated. Thank you. The word I'm looking for. Parent nominated program. And so we just hadn't been nominated for this year. We were nominated and won first place for online writing programs and curriculum, online composition programs, which is phenomenal to be entered the first year and to win first place. I mean, I knew that, but it's really fun to have that affirmed by others.
Yes, yes. No, it's exciting for Homeschool Connections as well. So tell me this, Erin, what is something that we wouldn't know from reading your bio? What is not in your bio?
I'll give you a couple things. First and foremost, you can see in my bio that I love reading. I love writing. This is my passion. This is what I do. But you may not know that I am a science fiction and science fantasy writer, which is very fun. Also, you might not know that I love dogs and collies and animals of all kinds. Always have. And if you go to my Instagram, Erin M Brown Writer, you'll see all kinds of pictures of collies and coffee, which is basically my day writing in my home office or working from my home office. Is the collies at my feet, coffee in hand. See, I even have this little shot here, and working here at my computer. So yeah, animals are a big part of my life.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here today. Thank you for telling us about yourself, about your experience, what brought you to Homeschool Connections, and about Aquinas Writing Advantage. Thank you so much. We're glad you're here.
Thank you, Aubrey.